security situation is worsening, most especially in the FCT. As someone who resides in the FCT, how do you react to all of these developments?
Well, I personally, I don't want to discuss much of this because the insecurity in FCT is not about this kidnapping. But we are all crying because at least it should be impossible for this to happen in FCT. We are talking of a town that is housing the president and commander-in-chief. We are talking of a town that the director general of DSS is residing in. We are talking of a town that the chief of army staff, the chief of defense, the chief of naval staff, the inspector general of police, all whatever NIA, BIA, they are all in Abuja. And today is rated as one of the most unsafe cities. What else are we supposed to discuss? And when people, international community, the Amnesty International, they raise observation, we try to politicize everything. Someone will tell you we are trying to. This is not about campaign. This is not about APC. This is not about PDP. This is not about Labour Party. It is about leadership incompetency to address the basic necessity of its citizens. What do I mean? Your number one constitutional right is right to life. And provision of security, protection of life and property should be number one guidance of a government. And when the government fails this, what else? FCT is not safe. This is where we have a USA ambassador. This is where we have a British ambassador. This is where we have a Canada ambassador. And we are going around begging international community to come and invest. There is no any under bridges in Abuja here that the robberies are not operating. No, you go to Zone 4. That's opposite Central Mosque. To drive around that from 8 o'clock is risky. If you are not even at the speed, they will make an attempt to even open your door. We are not safe. If there are one under bridge, Nyanyao, everywhere, down to Kubwa, every other the bridges across FCT. I'm talking of Abuja Municipal Area Council. What of one chance? So we shouldn't narrow down insecurity in FCT to a kidnapping something. We have accepted that the government has admitted the fact that the kidnappers or the banditry are more sophisticated or more powerful than our securities. Well, what else do government do for us? You cannot guarantee job. You cannot guarantee education. You cannot guarantee the citizens 24 hours or even reasonable electricity. Majorities of people provide water for themselves. And security, you cannot guarantee. Where is the government now? And you look at the reaction, except the FCT, the senator representing FCT. You know, those reactions are so weak. The president says he's going to address with massive education. I don't understand how that will address the issue here. Massive education? That reaction is weak. Then we had the meeting with the service chiefs. What else? What else? Usual, annual ritual.
Now, you talk about the service chiefs who always say that they are under-equipped. But when you look at the 2024 budget, I mean, security is basically the number one high-ranking amount that has been budgeted, you know, in terms of budget and what they're going to do in the country. But when you hear, you know, some of these lapses in securities, and we hear the same rhetoric of having, you know, the working on needs, the giving orders, you know, to assuage the situation. What do you think is really
there's no amount of money you pump into security that will address this system.
And
political will. These terrorists operate at locals. And to some point, I agree with Mike to some extent yesterday when he lappooned on the council chairman that they are not available. But himself is always not available. I'm sure they are emulating from him. He spends his weekend in Port Harcourt, where he likes more of his political structure in Port Harcourt than safety of properties and life of the citizens of FCT.
But you know,
Okay, now, until we have an effective local government system, the caretaker system is like SA to the governor.
which is more of a political.
They are just there because of the joint allocation account. Majorities of them sign, collect money, and return it back to the governor. The councillor, representing a ward, knows who is who in his or her ward. He has his people. The councillor work with the community leader. The councillor work with the Gagos and the Madaki and the traditional rulers. The Gagos, the Madakis, the community leader work with the traditional ruler. The councillor know the arrival of a bad people within their economy, within their community, within a second. And they communicate this thing to the traditional ruler. They communicate this thing to the local government chairman, who will inform the governor. But do we have any effective local government? Are they even paid? The councillors, the governor decide what comes to their pocket because they were not elected. So many of them were not elected. The chairman, they were not elected. Even those that were elected, you can see a state where PDP is winning, 21 local government chairman, PDP will win. A state where APC is winning, 21 local government chairman, APC will win. So the local government is bastardized. And until we effect this correction, so that everybody can monitor their own locality. That's why you see every of the forest, all the forests across, is being dominated by bandits, kidnappers, and they are well secure because nobody who is concerned. In the northeast, the community pay royalties to the bandit. The line before you go to the farm, you must have permission from. That is how bad it is, and we are all pretending. And the evil we have been defending is now about to consume the nation. Abuja is no longer safe. How can we? What do you say? What does that mean?
Now, when you look at some of the press statements that was given, I think that was last year towards the ending, where you have the U.S. embassy, warn their citizens not to come to Nigeria. And one of the places they said that you cannot come to is the Federal Capital Territory. Yes. And then you have the presidency, of course, who were trying to no, they're blowing things out of proportion. Even yesterday, the FCT minister talked about the media blowing it beyond proportion. What do you say?
Is he aware? He's not here. His mind is not here, FCT minister. He's 100% in his place. He only took this position for political reasons. Is Wike telling me that since this thing is happening in Buhari, if this is when he was a governor, has he not paid visit to Buhari? He's just summoned a meeting yesterday after everybody is crying, after some people were even calling on him to quit. And that's why he called on the meeting. Where is the political willingness? We have a satellite communication. What are we doing about it? And another point is synergy among our security. What is the relationship between police and the army? What is the relationship between police and the civil defense? What is the relationship between our armed forces and the DSS? Who is in charge of gathering information, process it, and giving it to the appropriate authority or appropriate agency to act? Is there synergies among our information in information gathering? Is there synergies among our security organization? So this thing, and how are they there? Who is the DG of this and this? Who is the chief of army staff? Who is the chief of defense? Is he the most qualified? In an environment where people are not even getting their promotion, would you think they'll give in their best? So our attitude towards our servicemen is another hindrance to what is happening. And that's why you see they are double agents among so many of them. You plan to do this before you know the evil people are aware of it. Is it God that is telling them? Are they saying it through Ifa? No. They have been able to infiltrate and compromise. You can't take it away, but there should be a minimum limitation. But as we are having now, we are at this. There's a big problem. Forget any press statement. The governments seem to be confused. And because they are everywhere. We are losing control of the north. This thing started from the northeast, now northwest, now north central. The only place that is even a bit safe in this country that is south and southwest. The southeast is not safe.
And would you say that's due to the Amotekun and local?
That force? Is it. They have a functioning local system.
So why can't
where there's a synergy between the government and the traditional
why
man.
is it difficult for it to be established?
That is it. That is the problem. And that's why I told you, the Western regions, prehistory, has always have a unique way of operating. And until we learn to copy this, the local vigilante, theirs is Amotekun, and they relate with the governors. You can see each of the governors of the Southwest give Amotekun needed attention. They are well funded. They have the cars. Can you say that of vigilante? And what is their recruitment? Amotekun people are recruited by the community leaders who forwarded their name to the government. And these are willing village warriors. What do you see of vigilante in Kogi? What do you see of vigilante in Nasarawa? Some of them are party members. Either you are working for the government, you must be loyal to the party, or not. Not people that are willing to do these jobs. And those that are willing to do, are they well mobilized? So that is the problem. We must spend much on our intelligent gathering. No nation is safe when you don't have information of how the evil men operate.